How tiring is life at 27 years old? Part 5. I was born in 1995, about to turn 27 years old, graduated from the normal category. I was born in the countryside and live in Guangzhou. Since I entered college in 2013, my family couldn't afford to let me go to college. For years of work-study at university, basically no weekends and winter and summer breaks for 4 years, and 2 part-time tutoring jobs. At the same time, relying on the 3-year National Encouragement Scholarship and the school's excellent first and second prize scholarships that support study and living expenses for 4 years. During 4 years of studying and working, whether it's cycling to the suburbs near the school late at night, or the loneliness on the back of the bus rushing back to school late at night, or the loneliness of hugging a whole block of hostels in the dormitory. The school dormitory during the 4 years of college winter break, or the inability of parents to regularly ask for money, or the hard-earned part-time salary every month to buy a cup of milk tea. In my senior year, I led 2 majors and published related articles in major journals as the first author, so there was a chance to secure the research. However, after talking with the instructor, I found myself unable to afford my PhD students' living expenses for 3 years and my family's living expenses, so I ended up choosing to look for a job. It's been more than 3.5 years since I graduated from school. Judging by my working time, I guess I have worked hard day and night. After graduating at the age of 17, I entered a private enterprise, a listed company. My salary is base salary plus commission, a technical position. I worked so hard, basically working overtime until late every day and often working overtime on weekends. I still remember my roommate who made me an emoji pack and my eyes just have a job. The family has $2,000 per month, with a younger brother and sister studying at home. My father has a minor stroke, my mother works in the field, the rent is more than $1,000, the living expenses are more than $1,000. I could still save some money. At that time I thought that aside from working harder, everything else was fine. At the age of 18, there was a big change in the personnel in the department. Some key personnel changed jobs. Leaders appreciated my ability to withstand pressure. At the age of 22, I took on the heaviest task in my life. Room and is the most demanding customer. In the second half of 2018, the overtime situation was more serious than before, with basically no days off in Q4. The most impressive was a Saturday night when the cold air swept over Guangzhou. But after 18 years, even if it's tiring, it's okay. The average monthly salary has increased to $11,000, still giving it to the family in 2000, and saving more. 19 years, I have not been home for many years. I went home to celebrate Tet. On the morning of the 3rd of the new year, my father had a mild stroke to visit relatives. On the evening of the 2nd, drank a little alcohol, making his illness worse. When he went to the hospital, I was taken straight to the emergency department, stayed in the hospital for more than 2 months, and finally I was discharged. So far, I basically have to take medicine every month. That year spent a lot of money. Except for the money I saved, I basically spent everything. That year, I felt that my job can't be like this. Hard work is part of it, and I need to study hard. In order to transform into a talent, I decided to take the interprofessional CPA exam. Industry, hoping to complete the exam within 2 years. I started studying in July. In addition to work, I studied hard for more than 3 months and decided that I would definitely pass the exam. I took 3 subjects: accounting, taxation, economic law, and ended up only passing subject 2, with 56 points in one subject. How can work and study not have both? That year, I took on the heaviest performance and tech support breakout tasks, and joined an amoeba team, and it was a non-stop Q4 workday. With an average monthly salary of $15,000. In 2020, the monthly amount for families will be reduced to $2,500 each month for families. In early January 2020, in addition to an accident on the way to travel, I lost a small tooth root. In March 2020, I switched to a full-time job as a project manager, and in April 2020, I was suddenly informed that the financial management software was about to be discontinued. In September 2020, the first time I took on an urgent task on time and more than 10 people cooperated to launch $1 million project within 2 months. In September the pressure was so great that I often lost sleep. During the national holiday, when I should have studied CPA well, I worked overtime. In October 2020, the company skydived a $10 million project and demanded that the project launch by January 1st. The leader enjoyed my project management skills and asked me to join this project as a sub-project manager and assistant to the major project manager of one of the 2 sub-projects in the project, while working part-time on some other urgent project. Fortunately, with the unremitting efforts of the whole team, a number of projects have been implemented as planned and the Part 1 I'm in charge of has come into operation with good results and highly appreciated by customers. But from September 2020 to January 2021, I don't have a day off. Basically I have to work overtime until 12 a.m. Typically, 2 projects, one that kicks off in mid-November and one that kicks in on January 1st, have to work shifts until 3 o'clock or 4 a.m. in the weeks before and after deployment. During that time, I also prepared for CPA, but I got 59 points in one subject and 56 points in the other, which was really hopeless. During that time, I always got motion sickness after taking a taxi late at night and had a long nausea when I got home. During that time, I had a fever, one-time gastritis, and frequent heart attacks. But I work hard. Society is too unfair, because I am young, have little project experience, low cost ratio. Tens of millions of dollars in projects can grow to 10,000 yuan, and multi-million-dollar projects can grow to several thousand yuan. Thousands of yuan are spent on business trips to invite partners. Project team members dinner. The roommate said that she made 10,000 yuan by investing in the fund by accident last year. I am heartbroken to say that I have worked very hard. Sitting here today, I'm finally willing to spend the money to reimplant a tooth that was broken last year because of climbing Huangshan. Skimming through the content of this topic, in my heart I feel extremely sad and helpless, not knowing where to go. During the Qingming festival, I saw the unsent draft I had written in the hospital in March, and recalled the confusion and helplessness of this month. No problem, work hard and find your own light as soon as possible. I hope that I can find a job that I like as soon as possible. I hope my father recovers from his stroke soon, and hope my brothers grow up quickly. I hope that those who have experienced suffering or helplessness can slowly find their own light.